Hello and welcome. I am Blessing Enakimio, and a very special day. Um, we are going to be talking a lot about Africa, as usual. Because usually, what we do, we concentrate a lot on things happening on that continent, development, very special. Guest is okay. We seem to be lagging a little bit. So, okay, we're back. So, today we're going to be talking to a very special guest. We've had her on here before in the past. And at that time, we told her that, okay, look, when you make your next big move, we're going to be right there with you. When you make your next big move, we're going to be right there to capture and follow and support all the things that you are doing. Now, the thing is, the year came in, 2022 has come, and she's the kind of person who always keeps to her promises. And one thing that she has done is that she has hit the ground running, not wasting time, not waiting for anything, not waiting for any slacking, any lagging. So there is a big project that a lot of young Africans are supposed to be getting on board with right now. A lot of young Africans are definitely going to benefit from this. They're going to be somewhat deciding what the future of Africa is going to look like in the next couple of years, and it's going to start quite soon. So today we have Blessing Enakimio. She's back. And she will be the one to explain and tell us exactly what is going to be in store. So I will bring her on, and she's already in the green room backstage, waiting to come on now. So Blessing, if you can hear me loud and clear, if you are right there, just give me a thumbs up, and I will bring you on immediately. Okay, are you ready, Blessing? Okay, here we go. Hello, Blessing. Can you hear me? I see you.
Yes.
I see you, Blessing.
Yes, if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, so let's get started. I was talking about how we had told you that with every move that you make, that we're going to be following you. With every move that you make, we'll be right there with you. And this is the opportunity that we have been waiting for. I also made it clear that when 2022 hit, you hit the ground running almost immediately. Now, what have you been up to? Okay, it seems as if you're dropping a bit in some bits. At least this is what we're talking about going on in the future. So, but we will get you on in a little while. Your feed just dropped right now, so hopefully it will come back quite soon. So Blessing will be explaining while we wait for her. So Blessing will be explaining to us exactly what she is on about. But before we do that, before she comes on, at least I can give you a little background of what we're talking about. We're talking about a situation where young people will be young people will be making the decision for what happens next to them moving forward, not just in 2022, but beyond that. We're looking at 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Blessings organization, Blessings work at hand right now will be creating so many opportunities for so many young people across Africa. And this is one thing that all young people across Africa would definitely want to get in touch with her and develop and work on. So we seem to have her back. So let me try and bring her back on again. It is a very, yes, so she's back here. Hello, Blessing.
Hi, how are you?
Looking much better, looking much better. So let's just get into it because I know that people have been waiting. People
Okay.
really want to hear. I think the build up that I have done for this particular show has, kind of introduced what we're going to be talking about. So 2022, what's in store? I know the dates, I know the timing, I know this information, but we would like to hear it directly from you. Go for it.
Okay, thanks for having me. Good evening, everyone. 2022, we've got the NIS Youth Idea Lab. So that's the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2022. That's the fifth edition of the summit, and it's taking place on the 27th of February through to the 3rd of March 2022 in Abuja, Nigeria. So we're going to be hosting a Youth Idea Lab, and it's the first time that we're ever doing anything like this.
Okay, sounds interesting, but what are the not side effects. What is it that you have done to put it together? Okay, initially last year in 2021, which just passed, you were working with women, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. We talked about how the efforts that you're putting in to improve the lives of women.
Yep.
What influenced, what inspired this one? Why do you think that young people will make the kind of impact that you're looking for within Africa?
Okay, so in past editions, we have run a youth forum. We've got other things going on, like the job fair every year. We've had the job fair for I think the last two editions, and within that session, we find that there's a lot of youth that attend. Some people come even in their NYSC uniforms, straight out of camp. We
Wow.
have people who are coming looking to get into the energy sector. We've got students in university who attend, and the list goes on. And the workshops are always packed. So
Okay.
we do have conversations and ask questions, and from the feedback, there are quite a lot of interests from the young people who want to have more to do with the event, and they also want to be heard. So in the last edition, we had a young professionals forum where we brought a couple of young professionals to the main plenary to talk about what's happening in their world. And with the changes going on with this whole energy transition, they have a lot to say and they have a lot to offer. So
Okay.
I had a light bulb moment and thought, why not give them a platform, not just to talk, but also to present their findings on this transition um, through the journey of decade of gas. Why not give the young people a chance to say something? That's how come the idea came about for the Youth Idea Lab. So we're giving young people an opportunity to bring their research forward, to bring their innovation, to bring their ideas, display them. Let's showcase what it is you've got to offer and see what happens next.
Okay. So basically, you're talking about a targeted group. Who are those that fall within the target group that you're talking about? Could somebody just randomly join and say, "Okay, I have ideas. A couple of
Uh,
tomatoes and
I want to say yes, but that wouldn't be the case. We wouldn't have enough room to fit everyone in. So it is for those who've got solutions in cleaner fuels. So if you've got
okay,
any solution at all or any ideas, it could be in concept form, we don't mind. Any ideas that you have, be it your research, be it an innovation, be it a prototype that can help provide cleaner fuels in Nigeria, in Africa, in the world, we want to hear from you. So engineers, innovators, entrepreneurs. We want to hear from anyone who has an idea whatsoever. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just if you've got something to share that can lead to cleaner fuels, cleaner energy, we want to hear from you.
okay. So, what has been the response so far?
It has been overwhelmingly positive. We've got quite a few energy clubs from universities. We've got a few individuals who have championed this. We've got ambassadors who are just running with it. We've got affiliations with the Energy Institute Young Professionals Network in Nigeria who have come on board, which is exciting. We've got TEP Center on board who are going to lead on the education side of things. So we have got some pretty good backings now, and we're just ready to run.
Okay. So, when you're talking about clean energy, I know we'd spoken about this before. You talked about Nigeria, for instance. You use Nigeria as an example that that you have to make a differentiation between clean fuels and fossil fuels. Is it?
Yes. So the rest of the world might be going on with green energy.
Okay.
But the definition of green energy, I think, should be redefined for Nigeria, for Africa, because we are not there yet. Where we are in Nigeria is towards a decade of gas, like I explained last time. So we've got a mandate that by 2030, we should have our economy powered by gas.
Okay.
At the moment, that is where we are. So when we are calling for ideas for cleaner fuels, that's what we're talking about. We're not omitting what we have, we're just widening up the conversation to bring in more people, more ideas, different ways of doing things, just to make things cleaner. That's what we're looking at.
Okay, so are you looking at partners or participants that would be coming from outside Africa? Or is it
Yes,
just concentrated on resources from Africa?
It's open. It's open. We've had conversations with Egypt. We've got conversations going on with United Kingdom. We've got conversations going on across Africa, Tanzania. We've got conversations going on all over the world. So we want to hear from everyone. It's open. It's not just Africans that can participate, but it's
Mm.
mainly for Africans. So we're open to sponsors. We're open to partners. We're open to participants. People are anyone who can push this agenda. We want to hear from you.
Okay. So was there a reason why you picked this particular period in the year?
I suppose it's because we've got the summit going on. It's an annual event, and we've got fixed dates from the federal government to run the event. So the dates almost chose us, I shall say, because the event is taking place and it's the highest level you can
Mm.
attain in Nigeria in the energy sector. So why not ride off of that? So the date essentially is the date of the event itself. So we're hoping that this can become a little bit more than just an event. So we're looking at post the event having spin-offs that would run through in the energy sector, in the education sector, that can address innovators, at all levels. Really, that's what we're hoping to achieve from this.
Okay, you mentioned government participation. How much participation is are you hoping to get from the government, or how much have they already added to the value of what's on the ground now?
The Nigeria International Energy Summit is the federal government official event. So it already is the
Yeah.
government's event. So we are joining forces with what they're doing. So I would say in a way it's their event, it's the government's event. So the government is on board. So you're guaranteed that you've got that there. And what's going to happen as well is with the Youth Idea Lab, where we're showcasing these innovations during
Mm.
the inauguration of the exhibition tour. You would usually have the minister and his entourage go around visiting different stands at the exhibition. So at that point, the this tour is going to stop at the Idea Lab, and the young people will get a chance to pitch their ideas to the minister. So I think it doesn't get better than that.
Mm. Now, when you talk about ideas, I had a discussion with a friend of mine quite recently, and the one thing that he did mention was the fact that when you ask people to drop ideas in, a lot of people are scared to drop their ideas because they feel that one, it might not get anywhere. Two, somebody's probably going to take it from them and never get back. The syndrome of "don't call me, I'll call you," and then the next thing you see, the idea. How are you going to secure and make sure that those that drop their ideas in, they will actually benefit from the contributions that they're making?
The most important part I must highlight about this is that the inventor or the contributor owns whatever it is. It's
Okay.
their product, it's their service, it's theirs. No one is taking it from you. So you're bringing it yourself, you are presenting it yourself, and we're going
Mm.
to be running sessions before the event with them on intellectual property. So
Okay.
it's theirs to own, and they would have also training for them if they want to develop into a business. We'll offer them that training on how to develop their idea into a business, how to
Mm.
set up as a company if that's what they need. So where it's all about empowerment. The whole point of this is economic empowerment. It's not a case of just taking ideas and running off with it, but it's
Mm.
for them to own the idea. We will give them the training or the support that they require to own it, to grow it, and to scale it. So that's what we're there to, is just to provide the platform for them to then the sky's the limit, I suppose, to do what they want with their product.
Okay, sounds interesting. Now, when you talk about these kind of things, how uh, I'm going to talk about education now, right?
Mhm.
Going back to education, and the participants. How are they able to come up with these ideas when the educational system in most African countries does not really support? I mean, look at it for Nigeria, for instance. Schools are closed, universities are closed quite often. So, how do you get the best of the best? How are you going to reach across to the best of the best to get them to participate in a very, very promising, very impactful summit like this?
See, that's a very good question. If I worry about the problems that exist,
Yeah.
we would never actually move forward. So we're going to do it one step at a time, one problem at a time. So I think right now the issue is we've got this platform.
Yeah.
We've got this opportunity. We are doing everything we can, for instance, having this conversation with you, getting this out through this medium, and word of mouth, speaking to people who know people who are in networks and reaching people through social media, directly through the media partners that we have for the event.
Yeah.
We're doing everything we can, and we want everyone else to join us as well in spreading the word. If you
Mm,
know anyone who has anything to offer in this context, let them sign up. Let's not worry about the barriers. Let's just worry about this one opportunity we have and try
mm.
and make the best out of it.
Okay, so how many participants are you hoping to get? Is there a limit to the number of ideas that you want in? Is there a possibility that if you don't meet, for instance, it's not easy to come up with these ideas and designs that they can present, funds, for instance. Would you be able to support them to build and make that presentation, or is it something that just bring your drawings and then we'll look at it?
We're offering support, like I said. We've got TAP Center as well as Energy Institute Young Professionals Network, who are there to provide mentoring, support, whatever support that people need. So we're expecting at least 30 applicants, and then we can shortlist and showcase 10. That's the plan. But let's see what happens. But we're hoping to showcase the top 10 applications that come through our products. So at the moment, that's where we are. We'll see how things go.
Okay. Just hold on a minute. I think yes, it's pretty busy. So as you can see that we keep tripping off. Okay, we're back now. So
Okay.
let's go more into it. Let's talk more about the ideas, the Idea Lab, Youth
hmm
Idea. Okay.
hmm
When did it start?
Oh
When was it?
goodness. The concept started, I think, a year and a half ago,
Okay.
along the same time as the thoughts around women as well for the event. But
Mhm.
I always like to bite what I can chew. I didn't want to take on too much at the same time, so I kind of focused on bringing women on board at a very high level, and then thought, okay, once that's kicked off, we can then
Mhm.
explore the idea of the Youth Idea Lab. So it's about an hour and a year and ago that I had the idea, but it's now coming into fruition.
Do you think it's going to be possible to get a good balance of men or men and women participating? Because Africa is still the way Africa is. Would there be a situation where you say, okay, we get you? You mentioned 30. Okay, are we going to get 15 women and 15 men, or is there some specific criteria for picking who you want, who will be, or is it just a random? How does it work out?
I think at the moment, what we've set is we're not looking at the person as a, gender wise, we're looking at the product for now. So we're going to go based on the product. That's the first criteria. And then we can consider other things if we need to. But I must highlight that it's the Energy Institute Youth um, network that are going to do the selection. So it's youth for youth really. So I'm as much as possible I'll try to stay out of the way and let them select based on the criteria that they set because they're the professionals themselves.
Okay, tell us where we can get all this information. How do we get it all? Where do they reach you? How do they get in touch with you? Because there will be a rebroadcast of this, and all the information will also be in the description. And I do know that you have the YouTube page. You also have Facebook. You also have LinkedIn. Where are these places? Just go ahead and
Okay.
say it.
So to reach me, I'm Blessing Enakimio. You can find me across all platforms as myself. But also, the Youth Idea Lab is hosted by the Strategic Women and Youth Institute, which is SWI. So you can find SWI across all platforms as SWI. So on LinkedIn, we're Strategic Women and Youth Institute. Facebook, the same thing, and YouTube as well, the same thing. On the website, it's swi.org. So that's www.swyi.org. If you go onto the website, go to the What's On page, and you would find all the information you need about the Youth Idea Lab.
Okay. So basically, a lot of people are still looking forward to, okay, what happens afterwards? So give us a bigger picture of what happens after the final selection is made based on the criteria, based on the rationale, the reasoning behind why the final selection is made. What happens after?
Okay, so all the information again is on the website about the selection criteria. But once that's done, people will be notified that they've been selected. They have a set time to accept the notification, and they are to bring their idea or their innovation to Abuja for the showcase. All the
Mm.
information again will be relayed to them directly. I'm guessing via email. So after that, we have the showcase, and we're hoping that we can get, like I said, the government on board to see there might be things there that they would want to try out. It could be there's an innovation that they would like to scale, maybe on
Mm.
a state level, maybe on a local government area level. And also we've got international investors who are looking in on this as well. So it might be that we take it into an incubator state and try it out and see if it's scalable, if it's viable, and then take it from there really.
Okay. Would you like to mention who these international investors would be, or is it
At the
something
moment, no.
you don't want to tell? Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
We'll let you hold on to that information, but I'm sure that we're going to dig it out of you quite soon and bring you back here to
Okay, okay.
tell us what's going on. So I'm quite interested in the funding.
Mhm.
In funding, right? Is there like a grand prize for the project, or is it something that's still that you don't want to share just yet?
At the moment, we're not offering a grand prize. It's not a financial reward. However, it's an economic opportunity reward. So you get the opportunity to grow your innovation as well as yourself to
Hmm.
then create an economic opportunity for yourself. I think that's what that's important. It's not just about, oh, you've got a reward, you've won this amount of money, then what? I'm
That's
more interested in the long term, beyond now, the next 10, 100 years, what next? We never know what we're going to find from this. So
mm,
I must highlight the reward isn't financial, not at the moment, unless a sponsor comes on board and decides to offer
great,
that.
wouldn't it? Yep.
Yeah,
That,
that's fine. But for now, what we're offering is an opportunity to create an economic empowerment for yourself based on your innovation.
Now, and the energy sector has always been seen as unreachable, unattainable for the average person, right? So, is this something that everybody and anybody can have access to?
Yes, I want to say yes. If you want to attend, register to attend. That's as simple as it is. If you want to participate, apply to participate. We haven't put anything there that's stopping anyone from attending. So we really want to open up the barriers, open up the borders, and say, come one, come all. Let's find cleaner fuels from within us.
Okay. Now, this question goes to you, and not necessarily the lab itself.
Mhm.
Why the energy sector, though?
It's where
Why?
I'm at. It's where
Okay.
I'm at. I'm one who always looks within. It's where I'm at right now. And I want to make sure I give the best of myself for
Yeah.
the sector I'm in. Who knows where I'll be tomorrow. But for right now, this is where I am. So any
Mm,
problems that I find, any problems that land on my table, I look for the solution, from
mm.
within me. So that's just all it is. It's where I'm at.
And you're starting from Nigeria, I suppose, right? This is a
Yes.
Nigeria. So,
Yes.
how do you carry, because it has must have some kind of a ripple effect for other African countries? How do you carry other African countries along? Especially, okay, you're talking about Nigeria with the oil and all that, with the energy sector, and you also consider think places like Angola, for instance, with their energy sector. How do you carry everybody along that? Because it will
It's
definitely.
purely It's purely based on networks, really. So if we have reached out to other African countries and we're inviting them to come on board, they might have inventors in their country as well. So we want to hear about it. And I
Mhm.
think if one country wins, we all win. So
Okay.
we're open for business, pretty much.
So it's not just a Nigeria thing. It also an open invitation for, because it is international. So it
It
is
is
an
an
open.
international summit. Yeah, it's open.
And then what? How do you also? Are we also considering looking at Africans that live outside Africa, and how do we
Yes.
do too?
Again, we have put this out in so many networks: engineering networks, energy networks, STEAM networks, STEM networks, colleges, universities. We have spread the word, so it's open for anyone who's willing to bring their idea to this platform. It's an international platform. Yes, it is in Nigeria, but it is an international platform looking at cleaner fuels, starting in Nigeria, but for Africa. We are open.
Okay, brilliant. Great to hear that. Now, before I let you go, I'm going to let you go now because I know that I've been trying to reach you for a while. I know you're pretty busy, uh, getting ready for this summit.
Yeah.
I suppose. So, you might want to tell us again one more time. You know what we're looking forward to seeing at the summit. Who is likely to come? This is important information. So you might as well just do the plugging right now. So tell us.
Okay, thank you. So the Nigeria International Energy Summit is an annual event. It is the highest level of in the energy sector for Nigeria. So it is owned by the federal government of Nigeria, and we're excited to be part of it. It's the Nigeria International Energy Summit taking place on the 27th of February to the 3rd of March 2022, and we are hosting the first of its kind. It's the Youth Idea Lab.
Okay. So we're hoping that all you young people out there, all you young Africans and those who love Africa, you can join, sign up, get in touch with Blessing, get in touch with the organization, and be a part of Youth Idea Lab taking place on, say it again,
The
in
27th to the
uh,
3rd of March
March
2022
22.
in
And
Abuja,
there
Nigeria.
will be spin-offs from that, so be a part of this one. So Blessing, we will be following, we will be catching up and following, especially when it starts, when the summit starts. We would love to follow and see who the participants are, who the all the brilliant ideas that they will be bringing in. And it's not just open for those who are already way up there. Everybody can be a part of it. I guess that's what it's all about. So
Yeah.
Blessing, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm really grateful that you found time for us right now. So until we come again and talk to you again, thank you very much. So we'll talk later.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.
And there you have it. I just spoke with Blessing Enakimio. And as she said earlier, this is what you need to know, that the Youth Idea Lab will be taking place, will, go out there on the 27th of February to the 3rd of March. And if you are interested, if you're part of this, if you want to be part of this, just sign up, get in touch with her, get in touch with the organization and be a part of it. Come up with all the brilliant ideas that you have. Support clean fuels. Let's do that. Bring all those brilliant ideas and drop them, and you'll be surprised that you might just be the one that everybody's looking for. And that idea would just perhaps be the one that will lead the day and give Africa an opportunity to be a leader in clean fuels. I'm Blessing Enakimio, and I'd like to say a big thank you to you and you for being a part of today's show. Until we come back to you again next time, see you guys soon. Bye.